Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and we're going to take a look at your current situation. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If you're not sure what your placements are, also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site, and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Keep in mind, my friends, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is intended for someone else of your sign or your sign's placement. So just take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. And of course, be sure to check out all 4 of your placements so you can get a more personalized view of your current situation. If you would like a one-on-one live Zoom tarot reading with yours truly, please visit my website, thetimelinetarot.com, for more information. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's take a look at your current situation. Tapping into the Aries collective now. What does Aries need to know about their current situation? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Thank you. Aries, we have for you influence, and we have enterprise. Bottom of the deck, my dear, we have optimism and appreciation. Aries, I feel like you have something new working in the wheel well of your brain here. And I don't know what this enterprise is for you. If you're looking to open up your own business or expand a current business, it's possible for some of you this could be love related or maybe even in respect to relocation. Whatever it is for you, I feel like you are very optimistic in wanting to move forward with this enterprise. The optimism card is Sagittarius energy, and Sagittarius energy is one that can look out and see the broader picture. And I feel like that's what you're doing with whatever this idea or plan or creation is. You're really looking at everything, and you can, it's almost like you can see yourself doing this or being in this situation or being in this relationship. Again, whatever it is for you, it's just like you can actually see yourself there. And I think that's what is influencing you to move forward. Tell me more about this here for Aries. What do they need to know about influence and enterprise? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your first card out, my darling, we have the King of Pentacles. That King of Pentacles shows up no matter what deck I use in almost all of your readings. We have the Magician and we have the Ace of Wands. So in your past is the King of Pentacles. You're presently manifesting and working towards whatever this enterprise is or this new beginning. And then we have the Ace of Wands in your near future. Bottom of the deck, we have 5 of Swords and the King of Swords to the Page of Pentacles. Aries, I feel like this new enterprise or endeavor or life shift that you're making will come with a goodbye. I feel like you may have to break a heart here when notifying whomever or whatever is being represented here by the King of Pentacles. Could be your current job, could be a current partner, could be your landlord if you're looking to, relocate. There's definitely the energy or entity here of someone who you have to depart from, but who will also be like heartbroken or disappointed that you're departing from them. So tell me more about this King of Pentacles for Aries. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Pentacles is being clarified by death. Further clarified by the Page of Wands. And then the 4 of Cups. Why is the Magician card here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? Why is the Magician card here? Let's get one more shuffle now. Thank you. The Magician card is being clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and the Ace of Cups. Wow, 2 aces on the table. And why is the Ace of Wands here? Why is the Ace of Wands here? One more shuffle now. Thank you. The Ace of Wands is being clarified by the 7 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. I can't believe all your aces here. And the 6 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, my dear, we have 9 of Pentacles, King of Cups. Whoa, Queen of Cups. Okay, well, that just took a little bit of a turn there. So let me give you the messages that are here, because obviously it's a collective reading, so it'll be different for all of you. I have a group of you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. You could be in a current job situation. It's no longer emotionally fulfilling for you. I think you've been at this job for quite some time, or possibly even in this industry. And it almost, with this Page of Wands energy, it's like you have been trying to discover ways on how to move forward, or what's the next enterprise, the next job, or the next direction I could take in respect to my career. I think where you're at pays you well, and maybe that's been why you've been a little resistant to move towards the new, right? Because whatever that, let's say this, this is a job, you're at King of Pentacles level in terms of income, and moving towards the new, you're like starting from scratch, Ace of Pentacles. So there's something a little nerve-wracking or a little uneasiness here in leaving something that is solid and secure. It's like, I do want to move towards the new. I'm speaking like you, but I know I have to start from scratch, and I can't do both. I kind of feel like you're sort of straddling both worlds, like one foot in the old and one foot in the new, but you can't fully move towards this until you become Nine of Pentacles, free and autonomous of this King of Pentacles. So that's the feeling I get here. I've been at this job or in this industry for a long time. I'm not particularly happy. I know that I need to end this at some point, right, in the death card. So I'm now taking full control of my life, full dominion of my life moving forward. I'm seeing this very clearly, Queen of Swords energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. And I am manifesting and working towards a job that I'm really going to love. But again, 4 cups plus the Ace of Cups is 5 cups. So when this comes to fruition, then I can walk away from that, because that would be the 5 of Cups, leaving that behind. And what you're working towards manifesting is this Ace of Wands, this new creative endeavor, this new job. Some of you could be learning a new skill in order to shift industries or find a better job, or maybe even launch your own business in that Ace of Wands energy. But you're holding yourself back for now. 7 of Wands, little resisting the new beginning. Ace of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. I think you see the opportunity in this new career path or this new financial endeavor of yours. And it's something that you've been wanting to do for a long time in that 6 of Cups energy. It's almost like it's been a dream within a dream kind of thing. But again, it's like you're not ready yet. You're close. You're close, but you're not ready yet. The one thing that is really influencing your move towards the new, and I say that because of that influence card, is because this job is no longer emotionally fulfilling. So I do see you here becoming autonomous of, whomever or whatever this is. Some of you could be doing this actually now, because 6 of Cups would be the 6th month of the year, and that would be June, and we're currently in June. So for some of you, it's possible by the end of June, you're out of this and you're moving towards the new. That's very possible. I do think that you have someone here helping you in this King of Cups, Queen of Cups energy, whether that's like another, like a business partner. This could be you and the new employer, right? If you're switching jobs, it could be a romantic partner who's helping you. Could be a mentor for some of you. I just see that someone here is helping you to become independent and autonomous and free of that job so you can move towards the new. I think you're nervous with the moon card energy here. There's doubts and fears and anxieties, but nonetheless, you are moving forward. Look at that. You're moving forward, 3 of Wands, towards this job or this industry that, or maybe even your own business that you feel 10 of Cups will be very, very emotionally fulfilling for you. And I think right now in terms of work, Aries, you just want to be happy. You know the money will come in eventually, but you just want to be happy at work, and currently you're not. If this is a romantic relationship, or I should say any relationship. This could be with a friend, a family member, within the whole construct, like group of friends or family, and could even be with a love partner, whether you're married to this individual or not. I don't know your particular situation. But what I do know here is that you're no longer emotionally content in this relationship. You feel like you are rejected, you feel like you are isolated, and you feel like whoever this other individual is, that they're no longer fulfilling your emotional needs. If this is a romantic relationship, some of you could feel like it's a bit of unrequited love. You have been discovering ways to exit whatever this is. Now, with that King of Pentacles energy, it's possible some of you are married or have shared resources with this individual, and perhaps that is what's complicating the closing this out for some of you. But again, what is influencing you to leave this is you're not emotionally fulfilled. I feel like you want to move towards a love partner, whether they're currently, in your life or not, because you just want to be with someone who appreciates you and have a connection in your life that you could be very optimistic about. The 4 Cups in a connection, whether it's with a friend, family member, or lover, is not a very optimistic energy. So you're choosing, oh wow, look at that, I didn't even see that. You're choosing to become independent and autonomous of whomever or whatever this is, so you can move towards friends or friends who become like family, or maybe even another lover. Again, whether this individual or individuals are known or not, but it's almost like you want to be surrounded by energies of people where they're more optimistic, you're more optimistic, and you feel more appreciated in the connection. I do feel like you are manifesting the new. You're seeing it very clearly. You're almost manifesting the ending to that connection while simultaneously manifesting a new connection. And I'm not going to sit here and judge you and say it's good to move from one to another or rebound or anything like that. This is your life. but you're definitely manifesting an ending and manifesting new love or a new partnership in some way to come in, whether that's platonic or romantic. Ace of Wands, you want a creative new beginning with a new friend group or a passionate new beginning with a new love interest. You are holding yourself back, though, from actually moving forward in this direction. I do think that you would like to find a soulmate or be with a soulmate or something like that. And it's possible that who you're with or what you're with, they are, they are a soulmate or soulmates. But again, it's just no longer emotionally fulfilling for you. Some of you will elicit the help of a friend here or a family member who will help you become independent and autonomous and leave that friendship or that family ship or maybe even that love partner. And then I have a third group of you where you actually do have two lovers. And again, I'm not going to condemn or condone what you're doing. You're grown adults and this is your life. You're clearly in a partnership of some kind where you're no longer emotionally fulfilled. The relationship itself is dead. It's done. There's really not a lot of feelings left. If anything, the feelings you have are unrequited. You feel like this person does not appreciate you. You have very little to almost no optimism when it comes to thinking about the future with this person. And right now you're just trying to figure out a way on how to exit this romantic connection. Again, I feel like you are manifesting the new and you are manifesting the ability to have a new love connection with someone who is already in your life. Some of you are leaving that King/Queen of Pentacles for a King or Queen Cups here. So it's a passionate new beginning for you. You are holding yourself back from moving towards this soulmate. I do believe you have both of these people in your life right now if this is resonating for you. But this is someone that you feel appreciates you. And the two, I think you feel like your love languages match. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Those would be two individuals where their love language matches. They perform acts of service for one another. And you could feel like this individual really provides you with unconditional love and truly appreciates who and what you are. There are some fears, doubts, and insecurities, but nonetheless, I do see you moving forward with this individual because you do, at this time at least, perceive them to be your 10 of Cups. The only delay here I see in you leaving one connection for another is monetary, to be quite honest with you. So I don't know if you're looking for a job, looking to save money. Maybe you're discussing financial issues with this other person in your life. Again, it's different for all of you, but you seem to be very optimistic about this new love partner for those of you that you have two individuals. That is what I have for you, Aries. In respect to your current situation, whether that's professional, personal, or romantic, it does look like regardless of which group you're in there, you just don't feel emotionally connected to whomever or whatever that entity or that energy is. And you are very optimistic about the new. But again, the overwhelming feeling here for the Aries collective is you're kind of straddling worlds for now. Most of you will make this shift if it's business related by the end of the month. If this is anything else, like you're leaving a friendship or you're disconnecting from a family member or family, it'll probably take you a couple of months to do that. And for those of you where you're leaving one love partner for another, I do see that happening by the end of this year. And again, I think that's just because there's a financial component to leaving one for the other. Yeah, that is what I have for you, Aries, in respect to your current situation. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus, my bull gang. Let's take a look at your current situation. Remember, Taurus, to take a look at all 4 of your placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, so you can get a more personalized message. What does Taurus need to know about their current situation? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Your current situation, my love, we have originality and we have convention. Ah, look at that. Bottom of the deck, we have fortune and domination. Taurus, I feel like some of you are stuck in a particular situation, environment, or connection. I feel like what you're currently in is very conventional, very traditional. And the feeling here is some of you are thinking about breaking out of the mold and doing something original, like parting from this situation, environment, or connection. I almost feel like you want to take control of your life and with that domination energy there. Some of you could have a Sagittarius placement, like maybe you're a Sag moon. Tell me more about this here for Taurus. What else does Taurus need to know about this? One more shuffle. Thank you. And ironically, the convention card or conventional card is card number 10. 10s are endings. And then that original card is 11, which if we deduct the 10 that you're removing, you're left with a 1, which is like the Ace of Wands. So I kind of feel like this is where the Taurian collective is at. Yep, we have the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy there. We have the Three of Cups. And in the near future, we have the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Tell me why the Wheel of Fortune is here for Taurus. So this would kind of be like past, present, and future for you. Tell me why the Wheel of Fortune is here for Taurus. One more shuffle now. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune, Taurus, is being clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Sun card. Why is the Three of Cups here for Taurus? Why is the Three of Cups here for Taurus? One more shuffle now. Thank you. The Three of Cups is being clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. And why is the Knight of Wands here for Taurus in their near future? Why is the Knight of Wands here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Knight of Wands is being clarified by the Seven of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Taurus, we have Queen of Pentacles, which is your energy, to the Three of Wands, to the Hermit energy here, and that's followed then by Judgment. So I kind of feel like that's what's playing out here for you, Taurus. I feel like you have been holding on to something here, situation, environment, or connection. It's been very conventional, very traditional. And that Wheel of Fortune energy, I almost feel like you landed or entered the situation, environment, or connection because you felt like it was the thing to do. Like, this is how my life has to progress forward, right? These are the gears that kind of make life move forward. And so I think you thought that you had to do this. Like, I don't know. It was like, it's the thing to do. It's the thing to enter that industry. It's a thing to have that job. It's a thing to get married, right? It's like, this is the traditional thing to do in my family or in accordance with my upbringing. And so I think you thought that this would bring you victory and success and 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles and all of that. And that's why you've been holding onto it, or at least why you held onto it in the past. Currently, it's becoming increasingly difficult for you to maintain a sense of happiness with whatever this is. Again, whether it's the industry, the job, the living situation, or the relationship. I think you have a lot of love for whomever, whatever this is. So, I could be speaking to a Taurus, you love the job, but not who you do it for. You love the idea of a marriage, but maybe you just don't love your partner, or you love your partner, but the relationship for some reason is becoming increasingly difficult. I could be speaking to a Taurus where you grew up thinking traditionally you were going to grow up one day and get married and, have the pretty little house with the white picket fence. And there's something here within you that says, no, I really don't want that. It actually is quite a burden for me to have a traditional type of relationship. So whatever the tradition has been for you, like the conventional, the norm, I feel like you did it because you felt called to do it. Like you thought it was just the next thing to do in life. And what you're currently realizing is this is really difficult. Like, I'm not happy here. We go from the Sun card, which is the potential to have 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. And it's like, it's a struggle just to get to the Three of Pentacles, to the Three of Cups. It's just a struggle to be moderately happy here because you thought that it would be the 10 of Cups. You thought that was the job you would be always happy at, or I'm going to take that cat toy there as a sign that I'm on the mark here for this message. So yeah, whether it's a situation, environment, or connection, I kind of feel like you thought it would be your happily ever after. And what you're realizing is it's not. It's actually quite burdensome for you. And so I do think that you are looking for a new opportunity in that Ace of Pentacles. And I don't know what that new opportunity is for you. Are you looking for a new place to live? Some of you are looking for a new job. Some of you could be spending money on education so you can enhance your current skills, like to improve them, or maybe to acquire new skills so then you could find a new job. For others of you, you're looking for an opportunity to exit a connection or a relationship that you at one time thought you would be very happy in, but as of late, you're realizing it's actually quite difficult to just be minimally happy. And so moving here into the near future, we have the Knight of Wands. That was clarified by the Seven of Swords, High Priestess, and the Queen of Wands. I'm going to read this two different ways for you. Whatever situation, environment, or connection this is that you thought would be like your happily ever blank, right? Job, living situation, relationship. I think for some of you, the feeling here is it's not very stable at all. It's not what I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be Four of Pentacles, that there would be stability and structure here, and it would be in my life for quite some time. And it has the potential to get to the Ten of Pentacles, which is like, you know, long-term success or long-term happiness. What you're realizing is it's quite inconsistent, whomever or whatever this entity or energy is. Knight of Wands, it's flighty, it's inconsistent, it's not conventional, it's not what you thought it would be. And so you could feel like there's been some deception, or you've been lied to, or you've been tricked by this individual. I mean, you could be dating someone here, Taurus, or involved in a relationship with someone where they told you they wanted the happily ever after and the marriage and the kids and all of that. And now you're dating them for quite some time and you're like, wait a minute, I totally got tricked here. This relationship is nothing what this person promised me or told me it would be. So there could be something like that. Then I have a group of you where if this is like a partnership, you could feel like your partner has someone else. I have two queens on the table. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. So you could feel with that deception energy there of the Seven of Swords to the Knight of Wands, which would be like the least inconsistent partner, you could feel like your partner is keeping it a secret that they have this Queen/King of Wands. Yeah, and in that respect, you're here as Queen/King of Pentacles looking to like move forward from this connection. For others of you, regardless of whatever or whomever this is, you're already plotting and planning to leave it in the near future. The Seven of Swords in that respect would actually be your energy. And that's an individual who is strategically planning an exit from this connection. You're keeping it quiet. You're keeping it to yourself until you're ready. The Queen of Wands is the second most intuitive queen in tarot. Your intuition is telling you that it's time to leave whomever, whatever this is, because again, it's no longer emotionally fulfilling or just very difficult to just show up marginally happy in some respect with whatever, whoever this is. So I do think in that if that message is resonating for you, you are strategically and very quietly looking to exit this. So you're looking for the new living situation, you're looking for the new job, and when you're ready in due time, it's like that's when you'll take like full dominion of your life here, and you will move forward from whomever or whatever this is. And I think for a lot of you, this will be like breaking out of something that was very conventional or very traditional. It's actually would be like very original of you in that respect to do this, because Taurus is a fixed sign, and Taurus is usually when you make your mind up to stay in something, you stay in it until, you know, I love you, Taurus. My best friend is a Taurus. Hi, Kyle, if you're watching. But your sign does tend to hang on to the back of the bumper while the car is driving away for quite some time. This appears to be a group of Taurians who are driving the car, just nobody knows that they are. They think you're holding on. Meanwhile, you are planning your great escape here from whatever or whomever this is. That's what I have for you, Taurus, in regards to your current situation. I have no timeline here for when you will be making this move. I do feel like you're stuck with that Ace of Pentacles. So again, you're either saving your money or you're waiting for a new job. There's definitely an energy like that here for you, Taurus, before you actually move forward. To leave this behind, kind of break out of the conventional here or the traditional norm. But let's get timing for you. Can I have timing here for Taurus on that movement of the Knight of Wands? That would be you taking the inspired action to move forward. When is this occurring? Thank you. And the card that dropped out, Taurus, wow, is the Ten of Swords. Oof, bottom of the deck, Three of Swords. Taurus, for me, swords are weeks. So I want to say within the next 13 weeks. So within the next 3 months, for most of you, it will be when you exit this. Now that Three of Swords to Ten of Swords could be the final push. That, you know, the job betrays you, or the friend betrays you, or I don't know, the living situation changes things up in your lease renewal and you feel backstabbed and betrayed. For others of you, this is a partner who will be betraying you to some extent. I'm sorry to tell you that. Only, you know, don't claim that if you don't want to, but that appears to be the overall energy here. And that might be the last push that you end up leaving. So it looks like for most of you within the next 3 months. For others of you, you're already plotting and calculating like, oh, by the end of August, you know, I'm going to be out of whatever this is. And in that respect, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Swords then would go to whomever it is that you're leaving behind, because again, with that Seven of Swords energy, they don't see it coming. that is what I have for you, Taurus, in respect to your current situation and the future outlook of that current situation as of right now. Be sure to check out all 4 of your placements, Taurus. But if you like that message and it resonated with you and you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Taurus, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini twin gang. Let's see what your current situation is all about. And of course, Gemini, if you are celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Let's tap into the Gemini collective now. What does Gemini need to know about their current situation? We'll take a look at past, present, and future for you in respect to this situation, Gemini. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Tapping into the Gemini collective now. What does Gemini need to know about their current situation? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Your current situation, Gemini, we have drama and we have principle. Let's give me a little bit Hierophant energy here. I think because it kind of has like a Pope hat on it. Bottom of the deck, we have vision and we have birth. Okay. So, Gemini, I feel like you're currently in a situation, environment, or connection that you feel is a little too much drama for you. I kind of feel like you're trying to tone down the drama or scale back the drama. You're trying to show up in whatever this is in like a very principled way, a little bit more grounded energy, even though that's Sagittarius energy there in that card though. But I still get the feeling like you're trying to ground yourself. This is also kind of giving me Ace of Pentacles energy. So again, I kind of feel like you have this vision here about rebirthing yourself is really what I think you're doing here. Because whatever the situation, environment, or connection is for you that has had a lot of drama or been high drama, I actually think it served to ground you a little bit more. Like there was some lesson here or lessons that you learned. And so I kind of feel like you're no longer like feeding the drama, or I kind of want to say like you've risen above it in some way. Like you're showing up in whatever this is in a very non-dramatic way, if that makes sense to you. So I kind of feel like the Gemini collective has learned a lesson here to like not feed the drama, not create the drama, and to approach difficult situations or conversations in a more like principle and grounded way. One more shuffle here. Thank you. And it's like this is like an all-seeing eye. So I'm getting the feeling here like this was a lesson for you, Gemini. All right, let's see. In the past, Gemini, we have the Sun, present situation, High Priestess. There you go. There's your lesson. Future, Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, my dear, we have the Lovers and we have the King of Swords. Tell me why the Sun was here. Yeah, something I think became illuminated to you, Gemini. Maybe for some of you, what became illuminated was your participation in the drama or your creation of the drama or something like that. Tell me more about this here for Gemini. Why is the Sun card here for Gemini? One more shuffle here. I feel like you're seeing your role in something differently. Two of Wands, the Fool, and the Death card. Yeah, this is a rebirth in the Gemini collective here. Again, doesn't mean every Gemini or Gemini placement watching, but for the group of you I've tapped into, that's exactly what happened here. Why is the High Priestess here? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Sorry, Gemini, I'm putting my leg up. It's a little bit more comfortable. The High Priestess is being clarified by the Lovers, the Eight of Wands, and the Page of Swords. And why is the Queen of Cups here for Gemini? Why is the Queen of Cups here for Gemini? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Queen of Cups is being clarified by the Chariot, the Six of Pentacles, wow, and Justice. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. By golly. I have tapped into a group of you where you have learned quite the lesson here. I don't know what just recently transpired in your life or what you have been dealing with for quite some time. The drama card is card number 5, which is all about change. So something highly dramatic that you just experienced changed you, Gemini. It changed you for the better, actually, is a feeling that I'm getting here. I do think that something was illuminated here to you in respect to your behavior or the way you show up in a particular situation, environment, or connection. Or maybe it showed you something about your reactions when you're confrontational or you're confronting someone else about something. You know, I think, you know, in the recent past here, you were at the crossroads of the Two of Wands. I can continue to show up this way or react this way, or I can choose to rebirth myself, to learn this lesson, to really take an inner look, to see my flaws and my faults, and to attempt to show up differently in the future. And I think that's what you did, Gemini. You decided to have this new beginning in rebirthing yourself, rebirthing how you show up in connections, rebirthing your contributions to drama. And I think this was a spiritual lesson for a lot of you with this high priestess energy. It's a choice that you're making here. I kind of feel like your intuition was telling you that you were contributing to the drama with whatever or whomever this is. Maybe prior to that, you were trying to like blame, blame the job, blame the friend, blame the neighbor, blame the lover kind of thing. But I think what you're realizing here is you played a role in that. Now, if it's not your message, don't get mad and unsubscribe. Just check another placement. But I've tapped into a group of you where you're listening to your intuition and it's trying to tell you that the way you were showing up was coming from a place of pain. And now because you recognize that wound within yourself, you're making the active choice to move forward and to learn how to communicate Page of Swords to the Eight of Wands in a different way. It doesn't mean that you're going to eat crow from this day forward, but when you are feeling dissed, when you are feeling discarded, instead of reacting, or I should say overreacting, maybe in a more dramatic way or something like that, it's like you're going to get down to basics. You'll be more principled, more grounded when you voice concerns or you address issues in the future. And in the near future, we have the Queen of Cups. That's clarified by the Chariot, the Six of Pentacles, and the Justice card. I think this was a very, very valuable lesson to you that you can approach difficult conversations from a place of love, to be able to have an equal exchange with the individual that maybe you're having this, dramatic issue with or whatever this is. And that is progress and that is the way forward, as opposed to like maybe screaming or calling one another names or whatever this is. And I kind of feel like this wound within you, I mean, for some of you, maybe went back to childhood, could be a communication style you learned in childhood, but I feel like it's been a block to one, your happiness, and two, your money. Yeah, look at that, Six of Cups. For some of you, this is rooted in childhood. I'm not trying to blame everything, on our childhood. I dislike people who do that, but the fact of the matter is we are wounded as children. Most of us are, and those wounds will continue to rear their ugly heads. And every time we're triggered, they show up. And I've tapped into a group of you where whatever happened recently, it changed you and it will change you moving forward as well. We have that Vision card there to the Birth card. We have the Death card here. I have two High Priestess cards here. So I've definitely tapped into a group of you where your communication style will change moving forward, regardless of who the other entity or entities or energy or energies are that you're conversing with. Because I think you learned that your reaction was coming from a place of pain. And for some of you, it was rooted in childhood or something you learned in childhood. And because you're now working to actively, you're making the choice, right, in that Lover's card, you're making the choice now to see that clearly. King of Swords, look at that Fool card again. It's like moving forward, you will communicate better in that King/Queen of Swords energy. Be a little bit more discerning, be a little bit more fact-based, and a little less emotional. Being able to communicate from love, but not from like a highly emotional way or like a highly emotionally dramatic way, if that makes sense to you. So that is what I have for you, Gemini, in regards to your current situation. If that did not resonate for you at all, or maybe parts of it did, please be sure to check your other placements. If it did resonate, though, I will appreciate a like, share, or subscribe. Again, if you're celebrating your birthday this week, Gemini, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Until I read for you again, my dear, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. Let's take a look at your current situation, my darling, for the Cancerian collective. What do we need to know about their current situation? Cancer, today is June 9th. We're having Jupiter move into your sign now for the next year. This will be a very lovely energy for all 12 zodiac signs, you especially. So make sure that you enjoy it. Jupiter just spent the last year in Gemini, where it was a bit debilitated, and that's because it rules Gemini's opposite sign of Sagittarius. So Jupiter will feel a lot more expansive and beautiful for all of us now that it's in your sign. So thank you very much for that relief. Let's see what is in your current situation. What does Cancer need to know about their current situation for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Your current situation, my darling, we have devotion and we have enthusiasm. Bottom of the deck, we have harmony and we have loss. I just heard Olivia Newton-John singing Hopelessly Devoted to You. I feel like there's a situation, environment, or connection in your life that you have experienced a significant amount of loss with, but you are enthusiastically devoted to staying in it. Whether it's the job, the friendship, the love connection, it appears that you're currently trying to bring harmony and trying to stabilize or restabilize this situation, environment, or connection. I'm kind of getting 9 of Cups energy. So, I'm speaking to a Cancerian who wants to stay at the job despite the emotional loss. They want to keep the friend despite the disagreements. They want to keep the lover despite whatever feelings of loss or neglect or grief. I just kind of feel like right now you're trying to get everyone on the same page, trying to bring some balance into this situation, environment, or connection, because at the end of the day, you are hopelessly devoted to it, or at least hopelessly devoted to bringing happiness or restore happiness to whatever this is. Tell me more about this here. Thank you. In your recent past, my darling, we have the moon, current situation, 6 of Pentacles. Near future, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, my dear, we have the 5 of Swords and we have the 8 of Swords. Why is the moon card here for Cancer? And remember, my dear, if it's not your message, just check another placement, okay? Why is the moon card here for Cancer? We're going to clarify the moon card, the 6 of Pentacles, as well as the Knight of Pentacles for you. One more shuffle now. Thank you. The moon is being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 5 of Wands. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 6 of Pentacles, clarified by King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 2 cards fell out here, my love. We have the 4 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Wands, 7 of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. I think this has been a very emotional situation, environment, or connection for you, my friend. I think you've been dealing with it for a long time. I also think that you have reflected a lot on this situation. I think leading up to today, there's been some inner conflict or inner turmoil within you about whether or not you want to kind of give up on this and move away from it, or whether you want to try to restore it. So there's definitely been like an internal dialogue you've been having with yourself, like, do I stay? Do I go? I don't really know how to feel about it. So I don't think you're making this decision in a hasty way. Like, I don't think you're waking up at 5 in the morning and you're like, well, I'm going to stay at this job forever. I think you've been thinking about this for a long time. And again, if this is with a friend or a family member or a lover that you've been having some disputes or issues with or something like that, or you have felt a significant amount of loss in respect to that connection, I think your overall feeling for right now, anyway, your current energy is, I want to try to make this work. 6 of Pentacles. I want to try to balance this out. The 6 of Pentacles card actually has the scales of justice from the Justice card, which is Libra energy in the Major Arcana portion of Tarot. So I kind of feel like you're willing to try this again. And again, I don't know what this is for you with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. This could be a job. This could be a friend's group, family, a lover. But in that 9 of Wands energy, 9 of Wands is being very persistent and not wanting to give up. And, I didn't win today, but I didn't lose today. So tomorrow I'm going to show up and try this all over again. And I kind of feel like that's what you're doing. You are devoted to whomever or whatever this is. And I mean, at the very least, you're just trying to bring harmony and balance into the situation. In the near future, we have the Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the 4 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. I kind of feel like in the near future, you're like in this wait and see. We'll see if this works out. I would love for it to work out, but I'm going to hold on to it for now. 4 of Pentacles. My hope is that it can become the 3 of Cups, that we can rejoice and celebrate and reconcile and all of that. But I haven't really made a decision if I'm going to stay here, or if I'm going to stay with this person, or if I'm keeping this person even in my life. We're sort of reserving that 2 of Wands decision making for the future, because right now it's like, I'm just trying to do my best to keep it all together in the hopes that it works out. And it's almost like, and every now and then, I'll check in to make sure everything is good and that everything is good within me. And as long as everything is good and there's harmony and balance and we're moving towards the Three of Cups here, then I'm good. I will stay with it. I think your biggest fear here, I hate to say that, is whatever's like holding you back from disengaging from this or embarking on a new journey. It seems to be like you're really up in your head about this. Either you don't want to hurt this person's feelings, or you don't want to fight or argue. You know, this could be a family member or a friend you treat like family, and you're just like, you know what, I've known this person my whole life, right? This is Aunt so-and-so, or this has been my friend for 20 years. You know, I don't want to end the connection over this. So I'm going to try to find the way to make it work. And same thing if this is like a love partnership for you. I do think you're enthusiastic here. Knight of Wands energy. Again, despite your doubts, fears, reservations, confusion, Queen of Pentacles, you're ready to get to work here and try to rebalance or recalibrate the connection or the situation or the environment. So whatever it is right now for you, it's kind of like wait and see. I don't even want to say you're preparing for the worst. I have to be honest. It's more like hoping for the best. And if it ends up not being the best, then I guess I'll have to reevaluate and make a decision in the future. Again, that won't be for every Cancerian watching, but that at least is for the group of you that I have tapped into. Remember to check your other placements, my dear Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, so you can get a more comprehensive message for yourself. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Just take a look at that site and then come back here and click on the timestamp for whatever sign or placement you wish to view. That is what I have for you, my dear. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. Let's take a look at your current situation now for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Remember to check out your other placements, Leo, as well, so you could get a little bit more of a personalized message for yourself. What do we need to know for Leo? One more shuffle now. Thank you. We have optimism and we have eccentricity. All right, someone's feeling a little eccentric. We have assertion, oh, and resourcefulness. It's a tricky energy. You know, that assertion card, being more assertive, that is your sister sign, brother sign of Aries. The optimism card is your other sister, brother sign of Sagittarius. There's something here about you're doing something that you've never done before, or maybe that you haven't done for quite some time. You are actually looking forward to being assertive and putting your foot down with something or someone here. Now, this other entity might look at you like you're being a bit eccentric. You've never behaved this way before. Why have you changed? It's like you're coming out of your shell, Leo. You're standing up for yourself here. Tell me more about this here for Leo. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current situation, and your near future. One more shuffle now. Thank you. Recent past, my darling, we have the Page of Cups. Current situation, Justice. Whoa. Near future, Nine of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Sun and the Knight of Swords. Why is the Page of Cups here for Leo? I feel like you received an offer or an opportunity, whether in your professional, personal, or romantic life. Look at this individual, how they're looking at this fish in the cup. It's like, that's all? Like, that's all you're offering me? That's all you're offering me. Just a little fish in a cup. Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What was this Page of Cups here in Leo's past? It's like, you're cute. Now what do I do with this? I typically don't get that for the Page of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Cups, clarified by King of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Queen of Cups. Why is the Justice card here? Why is the Justice card here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Justice card clarified by the Moon, Page of Wands, Three of Wands. Well, look who found their voice, or is about to. Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords here? One more shuffle. I almost feel like this is the post-regret. Like, did I do the right thing? Yep. Four of Wands, the World, Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. We've got the World and the Fool. And very simple 7-card spread here out of a deck of 78. So I almost feel like in the very recent past, right, with that Page of Cups energy, clarified by the King of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Queen of Cups. Whatever this offer opportunity was, again, professional, personal, or romantic, I think you thought that it would be bigger than what it was, or had the potential to become bigger. I think you saw it as potential of stability, stability with work, stability with your money, stability with your living situation. This could have been a romantic situation where it's okay, we're starting off as a Page of Cups, but this has the potential to go the distance, right? King of Pentacles is an individual who invests for the long run. So whatever this was, I think you were willing to invest in it for the long run. You were also hoping that it would invest in you in the long run as well. I think you had a lot of love for this work, for this job, for this industry, this friend, this living situation, this lover, but you felt in the recent past deceived by it. It's like at the end of the day, you were hoping for stability and unconditional love. And I think what you realized was this is just a page. It's just a Page of Cups. It's never going to become the King of Pentacles or the Queen of Cups. Like it'll never rise to the occasion. It's cute. The offer's cute. But I kind of feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you were hoping for more. You were optimistic here in this optimism card that this was going to become more. And I think you're quite disappointed currently that it did not. The Justice card here is being clarified by the Moon. There's a lot of what ifs here. There's also whys. I'm feeling a lot of whys. Like, why didn't this become more stable and structured? Why didn't the job, why didn't the friend, why didn't the lover, reciprocate that unconditional love for me? Or why was I deceived? Why did I kind of feel like you think like this was switched up on you? I hope that's making sense for someone watching. Like whatever this is, person, place, thing, job, whatever, I think it presented itself, or at least that's how you saw it, as like, I could be the King or Queen of Pentacles, right? I'm the job that'll be here forever. Queen/King of Cups. I'm the friend, the family member, the lover who will be there, will always be there for you and will love you unconditionally. I kind of feel like you feel you were tricked into believing that this was something greater or more than what it actually was, or that it had more longevity to it than it actually did. I think you're sitting here in a lot of whys. Why was that done? Was I tricked? Why was I deceived? And I don't know whether you were or you weren't. I can just tell you that in your energy, this is how you're feeling. So that Page of Wands to the Three of Wands, I feel like you're trying to discover ways on how to move forward, how to move beyond that, right? Okay, this job just didn't work out. I took a gamble. I'm here now. Clearly there's deception. They're not paying me what they told me they would, right? I just don't love it anymore, or they clearly have no affection for me here. And then that respect, I think that you're looking for another job. Same thing if it's a living situation. If this is a friend, family member, or lover, I think you are very, very disappointed. You're trying to find your way through this kind of shroud of darkness that you're in right now, because you just don't understand how something that had so much promise fell apart on you. And some of you feel lied, tricked, or deceived. And whether or not you were, like I said, I don't know, but your feeling is that you were. I think what you're preparing to do is to cut off whomever this is. I think you're preparing to leave the job, or leave the living situation, or cut this friend, family member, or lover out of your life. I see that in the near future, that like your quote unquote victory in this Four of Wands card is actually World card, closing this out. I think you're a little delayed in doing this. It's a heavy burden for you. You'll in the near future, you'll really be up in your head about, did I do the right thing? Because I do see you closing it out. It's going to be a heavy lift for you to close it out. Don't get me wrong, but you're finding your voice to do it. Sun to the Knight of Swords. Once you do it, I think what kind of reverberates in your brain over and over again is, did I do the right thing? Fool, Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Wands, Death. Doesn't get any more clear than that. Yes, yes, yes. yes, it does appear that you are doing the right thing. Whatever, whomever this situation is, was whatever for you. They crossed the boundary. They either did not present themselves authentically. Don't get mad at me, cross watcher. I'm just telling you what's here. So now that I'm looking at this with that Five of Swords, oof, to the Ten of Swords, I don't know if this entity or energy purposefully misled you, but somewhere along the way you were strung along. And if you're feeling that, you're right. I'm here to tell you you're right. I don't know if the job started off with the intention of screwing Leo over, or this friend, this family member, this lover, but somewhere along the line they knew this arrangement or this connection wasn't going to work out, but they kind of went along anyway, because you were still showing up as King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and all they had to do was show up as a page. So, if this is a job, you are willing to work 60 hours a week and only get paid for 40. This is a lover, you are willing to go overboard or spend money or show them unconditional love, and they just had to show up in page level. Same thing if it's a friend or a family member. Sorry about that, Leo. The battery died on the camera, so I had to charge it for a little bit. So back to your reading. Yeah, I do think that somewhere along the way, this entity or energy or individual knew that they weren't showing up in their best form, or they weren't showing up in equal to you. But as long as you kept overgiving, they would continue overtaking, is the feeling that I get here. So I don't know who is deciding to depart from this. I kind of feel like it's you, but it might be you after the fact. Like, I don't know if this, I don't know if you got some bad news at work and then now you're deciding that you're going to find another job and move forward. And in the near future, you're quitting the job and starting a new job. It could be something like that. I don't know if this individual did or said something to you in that Seven of Swords energy, and now you're making the decision to speak up for yourself and say, nope, I'm moving forward and I'm closing out this connection once and for all. I do think, though, once you're past the closing, I do think closing out whatever this is, I do think you're up in your head. You're still kind of conflicted here on whether or not you did the right thing. But if we're looking at the cards here, you did. There was some kind of lesson here you had to learn. I hate to say that to people, about speaking up, about not overgiving, not being a people pleaser. And I feel like now you're on a new path. Like now you know what healthy boundaries are in like a professional, personal, or romantic setting. And with that Wheel of Fortune to the Death card, I just kind of feel like moving forward in your connections, whatever they are, you will be showing up differently. This definitely pushed you out of your comfort zone, out of being maybe like a people pleaser or being an overgiver. And I think moving forward, you'll have healthy boundaries and you will expect some level of reciprocity. And that might be new to you, at least for the group of Leos that I have just tapped into. So not an easy situation that you currently find yourself in, but soon enough you will find your voice and you will be exiting whatever this is. And for most of you, that will happen within the next 9 weeks. For some of you, it could be next week, but for others of you, it might take you a little bit longer. But I do see within the next 9 weeks, you're officially closing this out. And moving forward, you will be showing up as a different Leo. That is what I have for you, my dear. That is your current situation. Make sure you check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. You can take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. If that reading did resonate with you, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, congratulations on finding your voice. And as always, I am sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo, my mercurial brothers and sisters. Let's take a look at your current situation. What does Virgo need to know about their current situation? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Sorry for the casual look today, Virgo. I was actually house cleaning and was called to do this reading for the collective. So I'm in sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I don't think you mind. Let's get one more shuffle here for Virgo. Thank you. Your current situation, my darling, we have independence and we have patience. Bottom of the deck, we have restlessness and revenge. Oh boy. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you are either currently or in the near future will become free and independent and autonomous of a particular situation, environment, or connection in your life. I think you're trying to, or will be trying to, have a lot of patience with yourself. I think the overall feeling I get here is you feel that you were wronged by this situation, environment, or connection, and that they should pay for it. Again, if it's not your message, just check another placement. But there's something here feeling restless. This was not right. And look, it doesn't mean that you're going through it right now. This could be you've gained your independence and autonomy from this a long time ago, but now it's stirring up these feelings because you're thinking back and you're feeling a bit restless. Like, I'm now seeing that situation, environment, or connection very clearly. I can't believe I allowed that person or, that entity or whatever to take advantage of me or to do that. So you could be feeling a little bit of like, I want to get revenge because it's not right. It's like, it's not right what this person or these people did to me. One more shuffle here. Thank you. So recent past, my dear, we have the 7 of Cups, current situation, 10 of Pentacles, near future, 6 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have 5 of Swords and the Empress. Tell me more about these 7 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands here for Virgo. Tell me more about this here for Virgo, please. One more shuffle now. Thank you. 7 of Cups is being clarified by the King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. Why the 10 of Pentacles? One more shuffle here. Thank you. 10 of Pentacles, clarified by 8 of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Ace of Swords. Why is the 6 of Wands here? Why is the 6 of Wands here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 6 of Wands, clarified by 3 of Wands, the Hermit, Knight of Swords. Don't do it. Bottom of the deck, 4 Swords, 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords. I think in your recent past, that 7 of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress is telling me here that you were, despite any doubts, fears, or reservations that you may have had, I think you bought into a promise, or I think you bought into the dream. 7 of Cups is Neptune in Pisces. It could be a bit daydreamy. In fact, in this deck, this individual is like wishing on a star. So I kind of feel like the overall feeling here is you thought that this was going to be a rebirth in your life in some way with the Empress card, and that this individual would be working with you to make this dream a reality for both of you. I don't know who this person was, if this is a boss, a parent, a lover, a friend. I just kind of feel like you thought in the past, you thought that the two of you or the group of you, because I don't know how many people there are involved here, it's a collective reading, but we all wanted the same thing. And so you bought into that dream, right? Because you thought that this individual or individuals shared that same goal or that same dream or that same vision. Presently, what you're realizing is that it wasn't or it isn't the 10 of Pentacles. There's no stability here. That was not a quote unquote dream. That was a fantasy. And either it walked away from you or it walked out of your life, or you kind of felt forced to walk out of its life or their life. I do think that you're having a new beginning in your life. There is something else that you're working on, whether it's professional, personal, or romantic. But for some reason, you are thinking about that situation, whether it happened a week ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. You seem to be reflecting back on it, and you're a bit pissed off, to be quite honest with you right now. For those of you where this happened like some time ago, then yeah, I think right now you're thinking back to it, and it's almost like you're getting angry part with yourself, like, oh my God, why didn't I see that? It's kind of like you're now connecting the dots. And for others of you, you're starting to believe that whatever that entity was, that they lied to you, like knowingly lied to you. Like they sold you on a dream that they knew on their end would only be a fantasy. And you're pretty pissed off about it, even though your life has moved on since then. For others of you, this is all fresh and new. You're just coming to the reality now that, oh my God, this is why this closed out last week or last month. And am I, on the forefront of this new beginning in my life? I am, but the feeling I'm getting here is this person or these people effing lied to me. In the near future, I have the Six of Wands. That's clarified by the Three of Wands, the Hermit, and the Knight of Swords. And in your deck, the Knight of Swords is slaying. I kind of feel here like in the near future, you will be extremely tempted. The more you think about this in Hermit energy and you go within and you start connecting more dots, there's a feeling here that you may want to move forward and have victory over this. It's almost like you want to find your own justice, basically, by getting some kind of revenge on this person or these people. Whatever this situation was for you, regardless of how, how recent or how long ago it transpired, you're still healing from it. Again, whether it was a week ago, a year ago, or 10 years ago, you're still in Four of Swords energy here. So you're still healing from the heartbreak. And that Four of Swords to the Nine of Swords to the Two of Swords is like, oh God, to the Tower. You're now at a point, regardless of length of time that it has been since that all happens, you're kind of like, I want this person to feel what I felt. And I think this is where you're becoming restless, because some of you either want to have a war of words with this person, Five of Swords, and tell them exactly what you're thinking and exactly how you see them and exactly how you believe that they deceived you or they sold you on a dream that they had no intention of fulfilling. And then part of you doesn't know if you should just keep it to yourself. High Priestess, Page of Cups, Judgment, Strength card. So I kind of see here that you're stuck, Virgo. Now, as someone who, and I am your Mercurial sister here, I'm a Gemini, sun card carrying Gemini here. As someone who, before I was enlightened, before my dark night of the soul, I did kind of do this. Now, I don't know exactly what you're thinking, but I can tell you it comes from a very unhealed place. And I can see that you're not completely healed yet from whatever this is. And it doesn't, there's no satisfaction to it, not even in that moment. And ahead of time, you don't realize that. You just think, I'm going to get this SOB and I'm going to tell them what I think of them, or I'm going to cause chaos in their world and let the tower fall on them the way, they made the tower fall on me. But I think there's a need here for you to really go within. And I hate to say this to you because I don't know what this person or these people did to you, but you've got two choices here. You can terribly wound this person because you're coming from a very unhealed place, or you can go within and make the judgment call to find forgiveness. And forgiveness doesn't mean you condone what this person did or what they did or anything like that. Forgiveness is so you can give yourself peace. So you can restrain yourself from doing whatever it is here that you're contemplating doing, and instead to move forward with your life. Some of you may need some counseling for this. The Page of Swords, you might want to actually discuss this with someone. A Temperance card, Two of Cups, it would be another soulmate here on path for you, kind of like a therapist that can maybe help you see this differently or help you heal from it. I know whatever it was, it's currently a very heavy burden to you, regardless of the length of time it's been. But I personally, as someone who's been there, I don't think revenge is the way to go. Like literally while you're doing it, I don't even think you're going to feel good. I know I didn't. And immediately afterwards, I felt absolutely horrible. So if this is what you're planning or you're thinking, I really want to tell you as someone who's been there to not go that route. Now, maybe some of you need to go that route. At the time that I did it, I had no idea it was going to push me into the most massive dark night of the soul I have ever gone through in my life up until that time and since then. Maybe some of you need that. I don't know. But the current energy here is I want this person or these people to feel what I felt. Like they don't get to go on and have their happy life and I'm still dealing with this and this dream of mine that they shattered, or that they lied to me, or they sold me on something that they had, no intention of fulfilling. I get the anger. I do. Maybe there's a need here for you to see this from a different perspective. And the different perspective would be is now you're independent and free and autonomous of the lies or the deceptions or the falsehood. And instead have some patience with yourself while you navigate all of these feelings and you go through your healing journey. Find other things to do to get that negative energy out of you. And, I would say meditation or going for walks, but I don't know, maybe for some of you, you want to like enlist in a kickboxing class. I don't know. And I'm not trying to be funny here, but maybe there's another way for you to get out, you know, that aggression, like tackle a home renovation project, or try to get rid of that energy in a healthy way, like exercise or joining a club or a volunteer group or starting a project. That might be the best way to go. I want to get you 3 cards of advice here for those of you who are resonating with this. 3 cards of advice here for Virgo. Thank you. Your advice, my dear: Temperance, Judgment, and the 5 of Swords. And look at that, 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Your advice here is to think long and hard before you start this war, because you will 5 of Cup regret it. And it will not help. It will not make your healing process any quicker. And for some of you, you will be repeating a pattern in that 9 of Wands. Maybe this was how you acted out in the past, and it could even be with a different situation, environment, or connection. So there's something here about really going within and making the right judgment call, like what is fair for all involved, regardless of what this person or these people did to you, because there is remorse and regret that comes from this. And you might be breaking your heart all over again by doing this, because I don't think you'll be very proud of yourself after you do this. I know that I wasn't. So if that message is resonating for you at all, please think twice before you do this, and definitely look for other ways to get rid of that, you know, negative energy, healthier ways for you to get rid of that negative energy, as opposed to, like I said, you know, exerting any kind of justice or revenge or vigilante justice or anything like that. I think that's where your victory comes in, is moving forward and being a success. And that revenge card is also reminding me of Princess Diana. I don't know if those of you remember that, but she wore the quote unquote revenge dress. And if you're not familiar with it, you can YouTube it or look it up online. But when she had, you know, her and Prince Charles had like officially separated, and now she was coming out publicly, not as like, you know, Her Royal Highness Princess Diana, but just basically as Diana. Her body looked great, her hair was smashing, and she wore what the media titled at the time as a revenge dress, because it was very unlike royal family to be seen in public at that time wearing a dress like that. So maybe fitness or taking care of yourself, doing very well, focusing on your goals. Maybe that is a better revenge, as opposed to doing something that would only generate negative karma for yourself. That is what I have for you, Virgo. Make sure you check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If that message did resonate for you at all, think twice, 3 times, 4 if you have to. And please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you good luck with that situation. Have some patience with yourself. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. Let's take a look at your current situation. And keep in mind, Libra, I do suggest that you look at your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements, so you could get a better, more personal view of your current situation. What does Libra need to know about their current situation? What does Libra need to know about their current situation? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Your current situation: protection, inspiration. Bottom of the deck, we have generosity and authority. I feel like there's like a negative authority figure in your life, Libra, who has taken advantage of your generosity. I'm getting the feeling here like you feel that you need to protect yourself from this individual. Just want to get your clarifying deck ready for you. All right, let's get 3 cards now for Libra. We're going to take a look at the recent past, your current situation, and then the near future for you in respect to this issue that you're having. I feel like it's a challenge. Tell me more about this for Libra: protection, inspiration, generosity, and authority. One more shuffle now. Thank you. We have the 3 of Swords in the recent past, current situation, Wheel of Fortune, near future, King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have 8 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. I don't know what this person, place, or thing did to you. I hate to tell you it all played out in divine timing, but it did appear, at least that cat toy scares the crap out of me every time it goes off. I hate to tell you that it all happened in divine timing, but it does appear that that's what has occurred here. I do sense your need to want to walk away from whomever, whatever this is, almost like as quick as you can, so that you can protect yourself from it. I feel like someone has taken advantage of your kindness, of your generosity. And I don't believe that you would have left this person, place, or thing on your own. I think your inspiration for leaving it as quick as you can, or at least that seems to be what your underlining energy is here, is because of this Three of Swords. Like if this person or entity hadn't done this to you, I think you would have stayed. But your inspiration now to leave is your heartache. You're converting your pain into power now. Tell me more about the Three of Swords for Libra. Thank you. The Three of Swords is being clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Thank you. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the Five of Wands. Why is the King of Cups here in the near future? One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Cups is being clarified, wow, by King of Cups. Knight of Swords. Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Wow, Ten of Swords. The Fool. There's your new beginning. I want you to take this how it resonates to you. I'm not trying to point any fingers here. I love my Libra collective. I'm your sister sign of Gemini. I could read this one or two ways. I could see this as a Libra who broke someone else's heart and left them and is now currently looking for a new soulmate, soul bond connection. And in the near future is finding that person. And you're having a new beginning with them after disconnection ended. And then I'm speaking to a group of Libras where it happened in the reverse. Someone broke your heart. You discovered some information here. The relationship became very burdensome after you discovered the information with the Page of Wands. And this person, either departed from you or you're feeling forced to move on from them. So take the message how it resonates. I'm definitely tapped into two different groups of Libras. And I want to clarify that message because I feel like I got a little muddled there at the end. So let me just stick with group one. Group one, Libra, you discovered some information in the Page of Wands energy that for whatever reason made you decide that the relationship between you and this individual, whether it's professional, personal, or romantic, was too heavy for you to continue, way too much of a burden for you to continue. And so you decided to depart from it. And did that come with the consequence of breaking this individual's heart or hurting them in some way? It did, but you felt like that was best for you at the time. And you're currently now just moving forward in your life. You're looking for another soulmate, soul bond connection, whether that's professionally, personally, or romantically. You could be a little internally conflicted, like especially if you left one lover, there's some internal conflict here. Like, I would like to have a lover, but I don't know if it's too soon. I kind of just ended this. But either way, I do see in the near future you meeting this King of Cups. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, doesn't necessarily have to be, but I do see you like moving forward with this individual and having this new beginning with them. And then I have group two. And group two of Libra, you discovered some information about this professional associate or friend or family member or lover. You found something out here where they deceived you or they betrayed you in some way. It made the relationship very burdensome for you. It broke your heart. Either this person decided to move on from you, or you felt like, well, I've got no choice but to leave this person now because of what I just discovered here in this Page of Wands energy. If that's your story, I feel like you're internally conflicted. You don't know presently if you want to move on from this person, even though initially when this happened, you felt like, I got to get out of town, or they left and you were like, good riddance. But your present situation is you don't know if you want to find someone new in the future, a new friend or new friend group or friends who become family or a new lover, or if you want to reconcile with this person or these people. So it's almost like when it was happening and they wanted to leave, you were good with it, or you decided to leave and you were good with it. But currently now, as you have more time to reflect, you don't really know if you want to reconcile or depart. In that respect, in the near future, I do see you leaving. I don't think it happens immediately. Like, I don't think this is happening tomorrow for most of you. I do think that you are communicating with another individual. I don't know if this is a friend, a family member, something like that. It looks like someone is helping you to leave this connection, for those of you like in group 2. And then it does look like you're creating a path or a plan, between now and end of the year type of feeling. And that's when you'll officially close this out and then start your new life. Maybe January, February of next year is the overall feeling that I have here. So I don't know what this is for you, like if it's a job or a friend or a family member or a lover. But if you're in group 2, even though you're wrestling with the decision right now, there is someone here that you end up communicating with. And I don't know if they convince you or they, maybe, make you open your eyes and see that this person was taking advantage of your generosity. This person might offer you aid, protection, or tell you that it's important for you to protect yourself from this person. But that 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands, yeah, by the end of the year, I do see you officially closing this out and having this new beginning in your life. Yep. We've got the death card here. So for some of you, this will be wrapped up by the end of Scorpio season, especially if this is like a marriage or something like that, where maybe you have to separate assets or something like that. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Libra. I do think right now, again, group 1, you're contemplating whether or not, is it too fresh type of feeling. That heartache, is it too fresh for me to just like go out now and find new friends, or start dating new people? So you do seem to be a bit conflicted, but within the next month or 2, it does look like someone new is crossing your path. And for those of you in that group 2, you're a little resistant to the change right now. For whatever reason, you have your own reasons. I'm certainly not here to judge you for them, but it does look like you'll be conversing with someone, and it could even be like a therapist that actually makes you like see your worth. And I feel like that person offers you some level of protection or something like that, like empowers you in some way so you can officially close this out. I'm sorry for what you've gone through, whether it's category 1 or category 2. It's never easy to end a relationship, whether it's by choice or by force. So that is what I have for you, Libra. Make sure you check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. I wish you a lot of luck with that. If you like this message, it resonated with you, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, my moon, babies. Let's see what our current situation is all about. What does Scorpio need to know about their current situation? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sorry for the casual look today, Scorpio. I was actually doing some housework when I was called to do this reading. So here I am. Sweatpants, sweatshirt. What does Scorpio need to know about their current situation? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Your current situation, my darling. Concentration. It's Gemini energy. And ostentation. That is Taurus energy. Bottom of the deck, we have discovery. And we have riches. Oh, boy. Okay. I feel like you're becoming very dedicated to... It's giving me the feeling of like 10 of Pentacles. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you that you are trying to discover ways to enrich your life. And I think for a lot of you, it's monetarily. It's like you're looking over all of the details. I also just noticed that even though this is card number 3, there are actually 7 swords on it. There's also a spider web. So maybe you were unclear about something until recently. maybe within the last 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, something like that. And now you're clearer about it. Maybe something that broke your heart, you're now healing from, and you're refocusing your dedication and your concentration on something else. One more shuffle here and take a look at the recent past, the current situation, and then the near future. Recent past, we have the Queen of Swords. Currently, you are in Knight of Swords energy, and near future, King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment, and we have the Knight of Wands. Tell me about this Queen of Swords energy. Yeah, I feel like you're, in the recent past, you saw something very clear. Like something that broke your heart, fixed your vision. Something that broke your heart, fixed your vision. Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. Yeah, something that maybe you had to move on from. Let's clarify these cards. We're clarifying the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Cups here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why the Queen of Swords? One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Swords, Death. Seven of Swords. I called it when I've never noticed the Seven Swords on this card before. Four of Pentacles. Something that broke your heart, fixed your vision. Why is the Knight of Swords here? One more shuffle here. What is she? There's little words here on her dress. What right is worth the cost? What right is worth the cost? Knight of Swords, clarified by the Hangman, the Queen of Swords. Interesting, you got two Queens of Swords here. And the Empress. Why is the King of Cups here? Why is the King of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Cups, clarified by King of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun, the Five of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. That leaves the Queen of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck to the Magician. Okay, so, and remember, it's a collective general reading. In the recent past, I feel like you had a situation, environment, or connection that didn't go according to plan. That's the overall vibe. I think you were holding on to it for as long as you could because it wasn't the Ten of Pentacles yet, but it had the promise of becoming the Ten of Pentacles. And so with that Four of Pentacles energy, you're like, well, does it give me the absolute structure and stability that I need? No, but it has the potential, so I'm going to hold on to it. And then at some point, some Seven of Swords moment happens. I don't know whether or not you've let go of the situation, environment, or connection. But I think what you let go of was the false reality that that situation, environment, or connection was your entire world. Because the Queen of Swords happens to be sitting on top of this balloon. And it's like now you've got a better perspective. And that balloon for me kind of looks like the World card. And she's now looking out. Say she, there's a woman on the card. You could be a masculine. Don't be offended. But it's almost like I thought this was my whole world. I thought I was holding on to this, right? Because it was secure and it was stable, but it really wasn't. It was a hot air balloon, right? And now I can see beyond it. Like now I see the truth of the matter. Now I see the truth of the matter. Now I see that there's more, or there's more to life, or maybe now I'm seeing how this was holding me back, right? Because that balloon is actually tethered, meaning it's tied to the ground. So not completely floating. So maybe that's what this is, a situation, environment, or connection that you thought was going to go the distance, right? Like a hot air balloon. And instead what you realized was it's just keeping me stuck and stagnant because I'm tethered to it. And while being tethered to it offers me some level of comfort or security or stability, it's not growing. There's no launch, right? There's no liftoff here. And so I don't know what transpired with that Seven of Swords. I'm not going to clarify because it's different for all of you, but it enabled you to see things clearer. It gave you a broader picture of the situation, environment, or connection. And I think what you realized was it was actually making you small. Where like you thought it was your whole world, but it really wasn't. It was just a tethered balloon that was keeping you stuck. And again, I don't know if you left it, but I know that you're showing up differently because of that experience. We have the Knight of Swords. So in your present energy is the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Hangman, the Queen of Swords, and the Empress. I kind of feel like this has rebirthed you in some way. There is a whole new you now, okay? And I feel like you're still in the discovery phase here. of discovering the new you. I think this was a big transformation or a big wake-up call for you. And it doesn't mean that you currently like have to leave this behind. I don't know, maybe for some of you, you already did. But the overwhelming feeling is whether I hold on to this or not, what I've learned from this experience is there's more to life. And it's like, I got to get busy living or get busy dying. If you've ever seen that movie, Shawshank Redemption, it's one of my favorite movies. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. So that's kind of the feeling here, but you're holding yourself back from actually moving forward. And I think you're still going through this like processing phase. You're also trying to discover ways on how you can move forward, because now suddenly the world has opened up for you. Where like before, whatever this was your world was kind of small. So now that the world has opened up for you, you're like, oh, I could do this and this and this and this and go here and there and there. And I don't know what to do yet. So I'm going to collect myself and figure things out, because I don't want to end up in another situation, environment, or connection where I'm seven of sorted again. Or even if I stay in this, I'm going to show up differently, so I'm never seven of sorted again. It's almost like a redirecting of your energy, if you will. So in the near future, ironically, oddly, we have the King of Cups to the King of Cups to the Knight of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. So you end up moving towards whatever or whomever this is. I don't know if it's the same situation, environment, or connection. It's going to be different for all of you. I'll try to pull some cards to give you an indication, but it looks like in the near future, you're just going to take very slow and steady progress moving forward. You're definitely building. You're working on something here in this Three of Pentacles energy. I almost feel like you have two things going on here simultaneously in the near future. You have something new or this other thing returning. And whether it's a new, situation, environment, or connection, or the past situation, environment, and connection is still here because you haven't left it, or it's returning, whatever, it's different for all of you. You're just like, yeah, I'm going to take it slow and easy, right? Because last time I was seven of sorted and that's not happening to me again. So I'm going to take this slow and easy. And at the same time, I'm going to pour pentacle energy into learning something new, expanding a skill, building a business. Like I will be putting effort into other things that bring my life riches, instead of throwing all of my pentacles in whatever this was. We can also look at it this way. Thank you. I didn't even realize that. So with whatever this was, let's say you only had 4 pentacles, right? In terms of time, love, money, commitment, etc. And you were putting all 4 pentacles into this. Moving forward, whatever this is, whether, again, this is a new, like a replacement, or that thing is still lingering around, now you're only giving it 1 pentacle. Now it only gets, a quarter of your time, or a quarter of your love, or a quarter of your attention, because you're now putting the 3 other pentacles into the new. And I actually think that this makes you very happy doing this. I kind of think something that broke your heart, fixed your vision, and whether this stays or this goes or something new comes in, I think what you realized was you were throwing all of your pentacles into one basket. And I don't think you'll ever make that mistake again. It's almost like you weren't even investing in yourself or in your future or something like that, because you were tied up with whatever this was, and it was keeping you stuck and stagnant. So now you show up differently in connections and situations and environments. You give very modestly. You reserve more for yourself and for your future. And I kind of feel like what you're finding is like true happiness by doing that. I hope this is making sense for at least one of you watching. I wasn't going to do it, but real quick, let's get 3 cards on that 7 of Swords. Again, I don't think like this is something that's currently happening, because that placement for me in this particular spread is the past, whether it was a week ago, month ago, or a year ago. It's different for all of you. We're all on different timelines. But what was that 7 of Swords? One more shuffle. What was that 7 of Swords? 7 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. I think you received some type of information or communication that kind of opened up your eyes here to the fact that you were giving more than you were receiving. And I think you were giving more than you were receiving because you were in this state of fantasy, dreamland, wishing on a star kind of thing with that 7 of Cups, kind of got lost in the daydream of it all. And I think in that daydream or in that fantasy, you thought this entity was contributing in the same way that you were, or that it had the potential to. And then there seems something transpired here, some type of communication or conversation. It kind of opened up your eyes and went, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm sitting on top of a tethered balloon. This isn't going anywhere. So whether I keep it in my life or not, it's no longer getting the same amount of concentration from me or dedication or anything else. That King of Cups to the King of Cups. What is that King of Cups to the King of Cups there? You know, I could be speaking to a Scorpio where that's a job that you thought you were going to go places in and make all this money. And you had some kind of conversation with a higher up and you realized they had no intention of giving you that raise or that bonus or, you know, that promotion. And now you're like, well, I'll keep the job until I find a better one. Or I'll keep the job, but maybe I'll work on developing my skills and launch my own company in the future. That's kind of the feeling that I get here. Like that hangman energy is like, I don't really know if I want to stay or go, but in the interim, I know that I'll go to work 9 to 5. I'll do exactly what I need to do. And then when I go home, I'm home and I'm investing the rest of my energy into my future. And same thing if that's like a friend, a family member, or a lover. Something transpired there that opened up your eyes and made you realize this isn't going anywhere, at least not now. And so I need to redirect my energy and my focus into other things. Who or what is this King of Cups? Who or what is the King of Cups? Could be the replacement job, replacement lover, replacement friend. Hate to say replacement, but you know what I mean. We're talking about near future. And I don't know how long ago it was that you left that. For others of you, it could be that same entity. I don't know. Tell me more about this King of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. 2 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. I do feel like that King of Cups is whatever this situation, environment, or connection is for you. Because whatever that 7 of Swords was, I think it made you feel like emotionally unfulfilled, maybe neglected. If it's a love relationship, you could have felt like unrequited. There could have been some ghosting here, making you feel like you were left out in the cold. So I do think that this entity either has consistently remained in your life since that transpired, or they've exited. I don't have any indication here, though, that they exited or that you exited it. But remember, it's a collective general reading. So maybe for some of you that did end, but now they're coming back around again in the near future. I don't know. I kind of feel like the full connection wasn't lost. Maybe I'm totally off base here, or maybe there was a little bit of a pause, hangman energy, but now you're talking to this person again in the near future. Either way, it is the past. So past job, past friend, past situation, past lover, you take it how it resonates to you. That entity comes back. They do appear to be investing now in the connection. Maybe in the past they didn't invest at all, or they were breadcrumbing you. Now it does appear that they are investing, but you're investing less. Like you switched it up, like the tables have turned. So the tables appear to be turning, interesting, in the near future. It's like now you're in control. Queen of Swords, the Empress, the Queen of Wands, whether you're masculine or feminine. And now it's more balanced, because even if you stay at this job, or you take back this friend, or whatever, you keep this lover or whatever family member in your life, because you're showing up differently, now it really is balanced. Does that make sense? Now you're not overgiving, and now you're not stuck or stagnant because you're continuing to pour pentacle energy into other areas of your life. And I feel like you're laser focused in doing that. Like this entity or this person or whatever is not going to dissuade you from like changing your mind. You learned the valuable lesson here that you were overgiving, oversharing, working 60 hours a week and only getting paid for 40, or giving to a connection that really was keeping you stuck and stagnant. So yeah, whether that comes around again, whether you accept it when it does, it'll be different for all of you. But if you do accept it, or you've kept it, or anything like that, I just think moving forward, you are resolute in the fact that you will be showing up differently in it. It's like, I've sacrificed my past staying in that. You want to be part of the future? Great, but I'm not going to sacrifice my future for you. I hope that made sense to at least one Scorpio or Scorpio placement watching. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. If that totally did not resonate, just check another placement. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site, and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. If it did resonate with you, I will appreciate a like, share, comment, or subscribe. And of course, until I read, For you, again, I'm wishing you a lot of luck with this. Keep moving forward. Keep investing in your future. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, my Saggy babies. Let's take a look at your current situation. What does Sagittarius need to know about their current situation? What does Sag need to know about their current situation? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Just want to make sure my mic is on. Okay, what does Sag need to know about their current situation? I wasn't going to take all of them because everyone else has been taking two, but I will take what's there. You have isolation, resistance, choice, and detachment. Wow. Bottom of the deck, empathy and companionship. Saggy, I feel this will be a relationship reading for most of you. And that could be with a professional, associate or a friend or a family member or a lover. But I kind of feel like you were staying in this or holding on to this out of empathy because this individual provided you with some level of companionship, or maybe you hope that that's what it would be. I think that what the reality here is that this individual actually made you feel very isolated. If this is a romantic partner, the feelings, you feel like they were unrequited. I think you have been resistant up until now to move away from this individual. That resistance card is Taurus energy. Taurus can get a bit stubborn, and it's a fixed sign. So it's like, no, I'm not leaving this situation. But in the near future, you are making a choice to detach from this person, and that detachment card is Aquarius energy. So I kind of feel like you will be detaching from this individual and like becoming autonomous or free or independent of it, of her, of him. I don't know who this is for you. So let's see what else we can find out for you, Sag. We're going to take a look at the recent past with this connection, the current situation, and then the near future for you. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What else do they need to know about this connection? One more shuffle. Thank you. Recent past, we have the Hangman. See, that was that kind of resistance there. Two of Cups is the current situation, and the near future, Temperance, which is your energy. Yeah, I think you're going to take control of this. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Tell me why the Hangman is there for the recent past for Sag. I think because I've tapped into a group of you where you're empaths. And when you love deeply. And when you care deeply. And I think this connection offered some level of companionship for you. What's right behind that companionship card? Acquisition. Yeah, I think like when this person came into your life, that you feel like, not that you acquired, but, and again, that's Taurus energy. So, I found the friend who's going to be my friend for the rest of my life. I found the lover is going to be my lover for the rest of my life. And I think as this connection started to change, you began, because you're an empath, trying to see from all perspectives, to give this individual the benefit of the doubt. And I think that's why you were resistant to change, because as isolated as this person made you feel, you were hoping things would maybe return to how they were in the beginning, or, whatever this person was going through, they would come out of it and they would like see the light type of thing. And I don't believe that's what's happening here. So tell me about the Hangman energy. Just saw Judgment, King of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Why is the Two of Cups here in the present situation? Why is the Two of Cups here? One more shuffle. We have the Star. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Cups. And why is Temperance here for the near future? One more shuffle here. And Temperance is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have Three of Cups, Ace of Swords, Three of Wands to the Chariot. So, excuse me. Judgment, King of Cups, Queen of Swords to the Hangman. I feel like you made the judgment call. And I don't know if now you feel foolish for making it, or you think you made the wrong one. And if you're doing that to yourself, please don't beat yourself up over this. That was the decision you made at the time, was you were resisting moving on from this person. Even though you saw them for who and what they were in that Queen of Swords energy, energetically, King/Queen of Cups, you had a lot of unconditional love for this person. I don't know what they were going through. What was this individual going through? Because I just see you here trying to look at it from every angle and give this person like the benefit of the doubt, and really extending yourself for this person is the feeling that I'm getting. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Nine of Wands, we have Justice, and we have Six of Swords. So bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. So I think at the time what you felt here, remember this is the recent past, and for some of you, you're all on different timelines. It could be a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. It's almost like I'm going to keep showing up in this, and eventually things will be made right, Justice card. Eventually things will be made fair and balanced, and we can move forward, right? Whatever this temporary, or I shouldn't say temporary, whatever this blip is, I think you were thinking it's temporary, and eventually we're going to go from Five of Swords to Six of Swords. And so maybe I feel a little isolated now, or I feel a little neglected or a little left out in the cold, or maybe my emotional needs aren't being met. But I'm going to ride this out because I'm hoping that we can move forward together. And so, again, I feel like you were trying to look at it from every perspective, because even though part of you was telling you that that's not what was happening here, I think you felt like, well, if I just hang in there long enough, this person will come around and they'll do the right thing. That's kind of the feeling that I have here. In the current situation, we have the Two of Cups to the Star, to the Six of Pentacles, to the Queen of Cups. Now I feel you're in between. This is the in-between world here. Do I continue to want to heal this connection, believe in this connection, hope for this connection, give to this connection, because you still love this individual, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic? There's still love here. There's still a little resistance from moving forward. Why is this Sagittarius' current energy? Now, I do think you're starting to give a little less to the situation. I feel like in that Six of Pentacles, you're beginning to invest elsewhere, but that Star card tells me you're still kind of keeping hope alive, that just maybe before I walk out that door, that person's going to say, hey, where you going? Don't leave. That's kind of the vibe here. So starting to invest in other things, but still kind of holding on to hope. Oh, still holding on to hope that this person doesn't let you leave. Oh, Saggy. Tell me more about this for Sag. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Empress, the High Priestess, the Seven of Swords. I'm on deck, Death. So intuitively, in your gut, you know that this person's not coming back around, or they're not going to ask you to stay, or they won't be extending themselves the way you have extended yourself for them. So intuitively, you know that the connection is coming to an end. But I don't think you are ending it right now, like in the current situation. It's almost like, I'm going to hold on to the hope. I'm going to focus on other things. I'm going to hold on to the hope that this person comes back around, before I formally exit. Even though my intuition is telling me that's not going to happen, and I'm really only sabotaging, or not sabotaging, delaying my new beginning, I'm still going to give this person the benefit of the doubt. I also don't think right now that you maybe feel completely strong enough to totally excommunicate this person out of your life. You're still seeing them as a soulmate, soul bond connection. You're still hoping for equal reciprocity. You're kind of hoping this person wakes up is the feeling here. So maybe if I withdraw some of my energy and I start pouring it into other outlets, this person might miss my absence and they might come around again. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. But I got the Seven of Swords card here twice. So I think you intuitively know that this person is probably sabotaging this connection for whatever reason, whether they're doing it consciously or subconsciously. I also think that you're sabotaging, I hate using that word for you, but more like delaying your new beginning elsewhere, because you're still kind of holding on to the hope here. In the near future, my darling, we have Temperance. Not only is that Archangel Michael, that's your power card. So in the near future, you're very much in your power. Wheel of Fortune tells me you will be deciding to move forward. That's Jupiter energy. Jupiter rules your sign. So this is like double Sag power right here. I feel like you will be deciding to move in another direction. And the Wheel of Fortune card in this deck, this individual is walking through a new doorway. It kind of gives me the same idea of like the Ace of Pentacles gateway that if you ever looked at the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, in the distance of the Ace of Pentacles is like an archway. It's like a new beginning. I feel like in the near future, you are making the choice to walk towards the light, because this has been dark for quite some time for you. So you're walking into the light. And I do think with that Five of Pentacles energy here that you are abandoning, officially leaving this person out in the cold, walking away from them. But I will be honest with you, you're doing it ever so slowly. Knight of Pentacles. I do think by the end of the year, you're off completely on a new path from this individual. So sometime between now and your season. But it's a very slow departure. And I think because part of you keeps looking back, hoping this person will like catch up. Tell me more about Saggies. So it's almost like you're making the choice to emotionally detach, but I don't think you're completely excommunicating this person out of your life. I think you're pulling back your energy. I think you're moving forward in your life, but you're moving forward slow enough because you're hoping this person catches up. Tell me more about Sagittarius' near future. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Oh, it's my cat, Sammy. Sammy, say hi to Sag. We have the Nine of Swords in your near future, my love. We have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Cups. So it's a Ace of Pentacles. That's the truth, what I was about to say. It's a slow depart. Yes, baby. It's a slow depart because there's still a part of you that loves this person. You're still hoping for a reunion. You're hoping that by the time you get to that archway, that you look back and this person is standing there. And I don't know if they will or they won't be, but I know right now that's kind of what your current energy is. So you waited a long time for this person. They're not showing up or not showing up the way that you had hoped or anticipated. You've given them every excuse that you could, being that beautiful empath that you are. You've tried to have seen it from every perspective, every angle, to give them the benefit of the doubt. And now it's like, with great hope in my heart that you show up or you return or you catch up, I am beginning to pour pentacle energy in other areas of my life. And my hope is that it's almost like, my hope is you show up before I stop loving you. Now, honestly, I don't think you're ever going to stop loving this person. But I do think that you are, you know that the end is in sight. It's a very slow disconnection for you. And it is a choice that you're making. So that's what I currently have for you, Sag. Kind of feels like a slow, sweet goodbye in some way, one that you have been resistant to make for quite some time. But like I said, I do see you pouring your energy in other avenues, other aspects of your life. And so I do wish you luck with all of those endeavors and projects. Remember, Sag, to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, to get a more comprehensive view of your current situation. If you're not sure what those placements are for yourself, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. If this reading did resonate with you, Sag, I will appreciate a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And of course, until I read for you again, I wish you a lot of luck with this. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. Let's take a look at your current situation. If you see a cat roaming around, that's my cat, Samuel. Right, Sammy? Say hi to Capricorn. Say hi, Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Capricorn need to know about their current situation? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Current situation. We have innovation and we have empathy. Bottom of the deck, we have health and we have rebellion. I feel like you're about to do something different. You're breaking out of the norm. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. Innovation and empathy. Why is this here for Capricorn? This is Aquarius energy as well as Pisces. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In the recent past, my dear, we have the Knight of Cups. In the current situation, we have the Six of Cups. In the near future, we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're breaking out, rebellion. In the Seven of Wands, this person's like trying to pry open like these jail cell bars that have been kind of like holding them back. Bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Swords. And wow, the Death card to the Fool card. So something entirely new is happening here for the Capricorn collective. I feel like recently there's been some kind of offer here or opportunity. I almost feel like it's one you've been daydreaming about. And it also enables you to break out of maybe a current situation, environment, or connection maybe you felt stuck in or something like that. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Let's clarify these cards for Cappy. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles, followed by the Ten of Swords, followed by the Two of Cups. Why is the Six of Cups here? Why is the Six of Cups here? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Six of Cups is being clarified by Six of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and Justice. And why is the Seven of Wands here for you? One more shuffle. Thank you. I feel like this changes your life in some way. Page of Pentacles, the Tower, told you, Queen of Swords, bottom of the deck, the Hierophant, the Six of Wands, and the High Priestess to the Sun card. Very nice reading for you, Capricorn. So, in the recent past, and this is going to be different for all of you because keep in mind, it's a collective general reading. In the recent past, we have here you receiving some type of offer. This Knight of Cups is the deliverer of information, of news, of opportunity. And this Knight is providing you with this information, opportunity, offer, hoping like this will be something that Capricorn really loves. For some of you, this is in regards to your stability, like financial stability. So if you've been looking for a job, this would be like in the recent past, you've received some kind of communication, offer, opportunity for a new job. It's one that would make you very financially abundant or at least comfortable. You've had some other job here end here in the Ten of Swords. And this is like a new professional soulmate being put on path for you and providing you with this opportunity. And in that respect here, you seem to be not sure. Do I want to take this job? I don't know. It's different than anything I've ever done before. This would be like me rebelling against the industry I have been working in up until this point, or the education that I have, right? The diplomas and the certificates and all of that. So I kind of feel like it's a break from like the normal type of job. But I do see in the near future here, you are accepting this job position, and the Hierophant card being like the entity or corporation that you work for. I think you're very happy. I think once you're there, you'll find this to be a very rewarding job, very successful, and you're going to be like, damn, I'm so glad I listened to my intuition and I decided to go this route. I mean, this is the Sun card, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So great financial opportunity here, abundance, as well as emotional contentment. Cat toy just went off. So there's your sign, Cappy. For others of you where this is not a career and finance read, we'll read this in terms of love. For some of you, and I'm going to read it two different ways for love. You were single up until the recent past. You were single because you had a soulmate, soul bond connection in your life come to an end, and you've been kind of waiting for either this person to come back in again for reconciliation, or you were hoping to meet a new love partner. And in the current situation here, you're finding yourself either reconnecting with that past person or being connected to a new soulmate who was put on your path for you. For some of you, you will have both. You will have the past person returning as you're meeting a new person. In that respect, you'll have to make a choice here about which soulmate you're deciding to move forward with. And then in the near future, I see you making that decision. It'll be quite the Tower moment, but you will be very decisive, Queen of Swords energy, when you let go of one in order to pursue the connection with another. I think in the long run, you ended up making, or will end up making, the right choice here for yourself. The connection you end up choosing gets to a higher level of commitment. And I feel like at the end of this, by the time you get to Leo season, you're like, damn, I picked the right person here. I picked the right the right lover. So take those messages, how they resonate to you. For some of them, new financial opportunity coming in. For others of you, you have reconciliation with someone from the past. For others of you, you have new love. And then I have that other group of you where you're going to have both. You're going to have a past person return as a new person here is put on your path. And then I see you in the near future making this decision to let go of one in order to pursue the connection with another. Tell me a little bit more about that Tower. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a career and finance read, this is fantastic. This job is innovative. It's different. It's out of the norm. It's not something you ever thought you would be doing. I think it totally changes the career landscape of your life, at least for the foreseeable future, with that death card to the Fool card there. I also think that it improves your life, like the financial health of your life is improved by this job, because Nine of Pentacles is a pretty stable, financially stable job to have. I mean, I think you'll be living extremely comfortably with it. And if this is love, claim it how you want. It's a collective general reading. You want that past person back, claim it. You want a new person, claim it. You want to be able to have two to choose from, heck, claim that too. Let's clarify that Tower, because the one thing you all have in common is the Tower. And the Tower for all of you is a good tower. It's a tower you're creating to move forward with the opportunity, or one of the opportunities that is being presented to you. Tell me more about the Tower here. The Tower is being clarified by the Lovers. Again, this is your choice. This is nothing negative or anything like that that's happening to you. This is a choice you're making to move your life in a new direction. Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have, oh my God, Ten of Pentacles. Not everyone's going to like this decision. Not everyone will approve of you reconciling with the past person. Not everyone will approve of you moving forward with a new person. Not everyone will approve of the big career change that you're on the precipice of making. At the end of the day, I don't really think you care. It looks like you are sitting pretty in the Ten of Pentacles. If this is a career read for you, you can't get better than the Ten of Pentacles. If this is a love reading, believe it or not, you can't get better than the Ten of Pentacles. I know we all want the Ten of Cups, but the Ten of Cups is emotional contentment. But Ten of Pentacles is emotional contentment, and we're in it for the long run. We are building a future together. We are pooling our resources together for the duration. Pentacles are years. So claim it how you want, collective. New job, past person coming back around again, new person entering your life for those of you who are single. Again, whether it's professional or romantic, nothing beats the Ten of Pentacles. So you have a fabulous, fabulous reading here. So highly claimable for the Capricorn collective. If this is a relationship, I will say this is you doing relationships differently, whether it's a past person or a new person. I do feel that as well. I think you're changing up how you're showing up in a romantic partnership moving forward. And I think it's for your benefit. Again, because from all appearance here, and energy is fluid, I mean, anything can change. But for right now, the individual that you end up moving forward with and settling down with, it looks like it's a pretty good long-term committed relationship. So bravo to you, Cappy, on that one. That is what I have for you, my dear. If these messages made absolutely no sense to you and did not resonate, just check another placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. If you did enjoy this reading, I will appreciate a like, share, comment, maybe even a subscribe if you haven't already. Until I read for you again, good luck with this. This looks absolutely fantastic. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. Let's take a look at your current situation, my love. Tapping into the Aquarius collective. What do we need to know about their current situation? For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do we need to know about their current situation? One more shuffle now. All right, my Aqua babies, your current situation, rebellion and exaltation. Bottom of the deck, we have status and speculation, followed by negotiation. Aquarius, I feel like you're trying to break free of a particular situation, environment, or connection. And I feel like whatever or whomever it is that you're trying to break free from does not want you to go. I feel like they're willing to negotiate with you here to try to get you to stay. I feel like this person is holding on to you, or at least trying to hold on to the back of your bumper while you're attempting to drive away. I don't know if this is professionally for some of you, like this is a boss that doesn't want you to quit, or a family member that doesn't want you to like excommunicate them, or a friend that doesn't want you to disengage from them, or maybe even a lover here. But I kind of feel like you are stepping into your power here and you are rebelling against this individual. You're feeling exalted, like this is the time for me to do this. I think you're feeling very grounded here. Like this is the right decision for you to make. You've speculated about this. You've thought about this almost ad nauseum, I feel. And now you're ready to move forward. And I almost feel like you have someone here who's pleading with you not to go. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle. So we're going to take a look at your recent past, your current situation, as well as the near future. We have the King of Swords. There you are, my love. King of Swords for the recent past. The current situation, we have the Eight of Swords, and in the near future, we have Judgment. So I do feel like you are making a judgment call. Bottom of the deck, Justice and the Hangman. After a lot of deliberation and a lot of thinking, what's right behind the Hangman? The Ace of Cups. I feel like in the near future, you are making a decision in regards to this connection. I don't know for you, again, if it's professional, personal, or romantic, but it's almost like you'll be putting your own interest, your own needs here at the forefront when making this decision. You want to make a decision that is fair and balanced for you and that serves your emotional needs. So yeah, I've tapped into a group of you where you are rebelling. And I don't know, maybe for some of you, you live at home and this is you rebelling, you know, against your parents because you want to go to a different school, or I don't know, you want to leave home and they don't want you to, or something like that. But you're definitely stepping into your power here and doing what is right for you and you alone. Tell me about the King of Swords. Why is this the recent past here for Aquarius? One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Swords being clarified by the Star, the Three of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Aquarius? Why is the Eight of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Swords clarified by the Chariot, the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. And Judgment. Why is Judgment here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Judgment. Ooh, clarified by Justice. I can't believe these double cards you have here. Five of Swords, Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Fool, the Hierophant, the Three of Wands. That leaves the Ace of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So Aquarius, I feel like in the recent past, and again, I don't know who this person is to you, but there clearly was a Three of Swords encounter here. Something let you down, something made you depressed, made you sad, made you feel, you know, hurt, pain, betrayal. What that Three of Swords is different for all of you. The one thing you all have in common is that you experienced it, you're healing from it, or you're trying to heal from it, and you're trying to move forward gracefully after whatever heartbreaking connection this was for you. I think you're very resolute that you don't want to return to the person who did this to you, or at least that was your energy up until the recent past. In the current situation, I see you really wanting to move forward and leave this person behind. It's like you're trying to rebel. The Chariot, you want to move forward. The Eight of Cups, you want to move forward. The Eight of Wands, all moving forward. In fact, you have the two fastest cards in the deck here, the Chariot and the Eight of Wands, flanking the Eight of Cups. So it's almost like you want to get the hell out of Dodge yesterday if you could. This person, whoever this is, they're trying to keep you trapped. I feel like you've outgrown this situation or this connection. And it's almost like this person's trying to keep you stuck. Interesting that the first card at the bottom of the deck is Status. Maybe you're some kind of a trophy for this person. Like you make the firm or company look good. So even though they continually do things that break your heart, they don't give you the raises or commissions or promotions that you know that you deserve, they still don't want to let you go. You know, every time you talk about leaving, they try keeping you stuck. They promise you a raise or they throw you a couple of bucks, something like that, hourly, just to kind of keep you in place because you provide their firm or their company with some kind of status. Oh my God, Aquarius works for you. Aquarius runs your department or this department, something like that. For others of you, you have an individual who's a friend, a family member, a lover, who's a bit of a hanger-on, you make them look good, Aquarius, or you make them feel good, or you are a prize. So when they tell people that you're their best friend, or you're their daughter or their son, um, or you're their lover, it's almost like they keep you for bragging rights or something like that. Like, oh, you're dating Aquarius? Oh my God, Aquarius is your sister? Oh, like, I didn't know. Meanwhile, they treat you very poorly, very unfairly. They break your heart consistently. They could be very cold. King of Swords, no offense to you, that's your card in tarot, but it could be an unfeeling individual. So, I don't know who this person is to you, but I know they're trying to keep you stuck in status. And for most of you, it's because, or they're trying to keep you stuck in static. And for most of you, it's because you provide them with some kind of like status or something like that. I feel like you want to get as far away from this person as you currently can. But again, they're trying to hold on to the back of the bumper while you're driving away. In the near future, I do see you making the decisive decision to leave this person in the past. I don't think this person lets you go quietly into the night. In the Five of Swords card, it's like you're holding your head, having a headache, and there's all these birds chatting here. So even though you might be tolerating this for right now until like you figure out your next move or something like that, I think in the near future you're moving on from this person. Now, this could be a job for some of you. Take it how it resonates to you. Person, place, or thing. I just know that you're not happy. Your long-term goal is to try to leave it. They're trying to, appease you in some manner to make you stay. But I don't really think that you're happy here. And I think you're going to love yourself. You're going to put your needs first in the near future. And I do see you departing, either for another company, or you'll leave this person. And then in the near future, you'll find a new soulmate on path here. And that connection will go to a higher level of commitment. We have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Devil. Yeah, I kind of feel like, it could be a Capricorn you're dealing with, but I just think there's something toxic here. Like, I don't know if this is a job that doesn't, maybe doesn't pay you well enough, or they screw around with your money. Your money's always off balance because of them or something like that. If this is a connection, this is a very up and down, in and out kind of person. One day they're in it for the long run. The next day they aren't. They could be juggling you, or they could be tied up in another connection, and just, trying to play both or something like that. Take it how it resonates to you. All of your situations are so, uniquely different. I want to get some timing for you on when you're exiting this. Can I have timing on this, please? Now, not every card in tarot is timing, but let's see if we can get some timing for you. I think for some of you, by Libra season, you're out of this job, or you're free of this connection. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Definitely not a timing card, but absolutely a message here that you will become free and independent and autonomous from this situation, environment, or connection. Because the Nine of Pentacles is a very is a very autonomous, very independent energy. We have the Six of Pentacles. Not a timing deck, not a timing card for me either. The Page of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. I think for most of you, look, if this is job related, you're not leaving this as quickly as maybe you want to leave it. You might be emotionally disengaging while you're looking for another job. As soon as you find another job, it'll be different for all of you. 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, something like that. Then you're out. Once you have another job in play here, it looks like you're leaving. Same thing if this is a living environment. Like maybe it's your parents, you live with your parents, they treat you poorly, something like that. And they try promising you things to get you to stay. It could be roommates as well. But until you secure better housing for yourself, I don't see you leaving and like becoming homeless or anything like that. But that Page of Swords tells me that you will be inquiring. I almost want to say like for a better replacement. So you're looking for that better job, or you're looking for a better living situation. If this is an actual relationship, I do see you becoming free and autonomous of it, again, within 6 days, 6 weeks, or 6 months. Take that how it resonates. But it's almost like when you communicate this departure from this person, like this friend or this family member or this lover, I feel like you tell them very little information. I don't know why I'm getting that. Why is Aquarius giving this person very little information? One more shuffle. Thank you. Magician. 5 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Devil. You feel like you can't trust them. You feel like you don't really need to explain anything to this person. Their actions spoke for themselves. Their actions are why you're making this decision to leave them behind, why you're manifesting healing for yourself, why you're manifesting a new beginning, or maybe even like a new lover in the future. The feeling I have here is because of how you've treated me, I really don't owe you an explanation in that Five of Pentacles energy. And I just kind of think that's it. I think you tell them very little. It's kind of like, I can't be in this anymore. It could even be like, I don't love you anymore. You know, it'll be different for all of you, but it's pretty cut and dry. It's very short. It's sweet. And then you're on to the new. And you don't really feel a need to justify your departure. It's almost like their actions in the past spoke for themselves. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. If that message didn't resonate for you at all, just check another placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. If this reading did resonate with you, my friends, I will appreciate a like, share, comment, and a subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel already. And until I read for you again, I wish you a lot of luck with this situation. And of course, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let me just shuffle these cards out really quickly. I hope you're doing well, Pisces. We're going to take a look at your current situation. Keep in mind, my friend, that I do recommend that you look at your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placement to get the best overall view for your current situation. So let's tap into the Piscean collective now. What does Pisces need to know about their current situation? For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Make sure that mic is still on. One more shuffle now. Thank you. Your current situation, my darling, we have lust and we have friendship. Oh, bottom of the deck, we have status and discovery. Pisces, I feel like you are lusting over a friend, or you're lusting for someone who has friend zoned you or something like that. Tell me more about this for Pisces. I think some of you are discovering that you have feelings for a friend. Bottom of the deck, Justice. Tell me more about this here for Pisces. I definitely have tapped into a different group of you. We'll take a look now at the recent past, your current situation, as well as your near future. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. And bear with me because the clarifying cards always change the messages just a little bit. Recent past, we have Justice. Current situation, Ace of Cups. Near future, Strength. Alrighty. Bottom of the deck, that shows the Seven of Wands to the Hermit to the Hangman. I'm going to read this a couple of different ways because I feel like I have two groups of you here. So let me clarify the cards first, and then we'll see what the messages are. Clarify this Justice card here, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle. Thank you. Justice being clarified by Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Why is the Ace of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Cups clarified by Seven of Cups, Justice, Seven of Swords. And why is the Strength card here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Strength card clarified by Five of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Judgment. Bottom of the deck, the Star, the Devil, and the Nine of Wands. Interesting energy. Okay. Group number one. I feel like you were in a long-term spiritual contract with an individual. This could be someone that you were married to, or you had shared finances with, or you just spent an extended amount of your life with this person in a relationship. I feel like that relationship came to an end. I feel like you have been healing from it. I also think you're in a little glow up stage since that ending. You're taking much better care of yourself. And if you look back at photos, you probably look a lot different today than you did when you were exiting that connection. On the horizon here, not on the horizon, but currently, I think you're in a new love connection, or you're about to be in a new love connection. I feel like this is a very daydreamy energy. This could be someone who you started off as friends, or maybe you're currently friends with them, but it's starting to turn into more. You have a lot of love for this person, and you either have a lot of lust and passion for them because it's an existing connection, or it's a friendship. It's still a friendship, and you're starting to develop those feelings. Either way, I think you daydream about this person a lot. I think you fantasize about them a lot. If this was a marriage that came to an end, I think you can see yourself marrying this person. Even if you weren't married to that person, I think you could see yourself marrying this person. But I think you're afraid. I think you're afraid that any day now, the other shoe is going to drop. Something will be discovered. Some type of Seven of Swords behavior, lying, cheating, deception. And I don't know, maybe you're hyper vigilant, or very much afraid of the past repeating itself. And it's almost like this is too good to be true. This relationship has a solid friendship, and now we have fallen in love, and I can see forever with this person. But I'm afraid that it's going to end up in a loss, or I'm going to end up in the same situation I was in before. And so in the near future, if you're resonating with that message, I feel like you're going to hold yourself back. You're not going to want to rush too quickly into this, even though you have all these feelings for this person and they seem to be reciprocal from what I'm looking at. You're just afraid that the past might repeat itself, and that's okay. If you need to go slow, then you make that judgment call to go slow. For others of you, you had that past connection end, and you now are finding yourself having these new feelings all of a sudden for a friend of yours. And you're afraid to say something because if they don't feel the same way, you feel like you would be sabotaging the friendship, and you just don't know what to do about it. So I see you in the near future holding back from saying anything to this person because you're trying to prevent an ending, even though you're not even guaranteed that an ending will actually happen here. But it's almost like because you've discovered these feelings for this friend and they haven't quite yet reciprocated it, you're afraid if you say something, it'll end the friendship. And so for some of you, you're kind of holding back these lustful feelings that you have for your friend, and you're not saying anything at all. Then I have a third group of you. Third group of you, you're in a long-term connection, and there's some deception here happening in the connection. I feel like either you have friend zoned your person or your person has friend zoned you. I feel like you're very confused, whether you're the one being friend zoned or you're the one who's friend zoning your partner here. I feel like you're trying to gain clarity. You want to do the right thing, but you're not sure what to do. For some of you, you're torn between two lovers. Maybe your person is. Take that only if it resonates. Please don't go accusing your person of something they're not doing. But there could be something here at play for one or two of you watching. If you're still married to this person, you could be contemplating divorce or in the middle of a divorce right now because of this deception, because of options either that you had or they had. If you are in the process of this connection ending because of something that was unfair here that transpired, whether that was lying, cheating, betrayal, I don't know, it's a collective reading. But if you're in the process of this ending, I do see in the near future this actually being finalized, the ending being finalized, and then I think you will be healing from what appears here to have been a very toxic connection for you. And I think you're free, clear, autonomous of it, but you're pretty wounded by this connection. Can I have timing here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Now, not every card in tarot is timing, but we'll see. Okay, Page of Cups. That would be within 1 month. So let me reverse this. So let me go back a little bit here. So for those of you, you had a connection end in the past, significant connection. You're now in a new connection. It's feeling really good, but you're afraid because of your past hurt that this might be replicated. I think you're going to hold yourself back for moving too quickly in the connection, even though it feels so good and it feels so right. And you feel like, I've got a solid friendship with this person. We've got lust, we've got love, we've got friendship. I'm just afraid this person's going to cheat on me or betray me like the past person did. I do think that you overcome those fears and doubts and anxieties over the course of the next 30 days with your person. For others of you where you had a connection end, And now currently you're starting to discover that you have these lustful, amorous feelings for your friend. I do see you holding yourself back from actually telling this person how you truly feel about them. But in the next month, it looks like you're going to come out of your comfort zone and actually tell this person how you feel about them, that you're very quite sexually attracted to them. And then I have that third group of you where you're currently in a connection, could be a marriage, doesn't have to be, some type of significant long-term committed connection here, relationship. It looks like it's coming to an end. Some deception, some lies, some betrayal here. I don't know, took place, your part, their part. I just know that the connection is ending. You're pouring a lot of love into yourself at this time. You're very confused about the ending, but nonetheless, the ending is occurring here. And I think within the next month, you're either like filing for divorce or your person is. And for those of you who are already in the thick of it, I think it's finalizing within the next month. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Take those messages, how they resonate to you. If they didn't resonate at all, just check another placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placements or placements that you wish to view. If any of those messages did resonate with you, please click like, share, leave a comment, or subscribe if you haven't already. And until I read for you again, I wish you a lot of luck with these various situations. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Well, there you have it, everyone. Your current situation for all 12 signs and the 4 placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Be sure to check those out to get a more comprehensive view. If you like this format, let me know. Drop some comments below, and it'll be something that I continue to provide you with in the future until I read for all of you again, which will be soon. I wish you a lot of luck with all of your various situations. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.